So, have you ever thought about how much money you spend going out? For many, the average household spends about 3,000 per year eating out. Mercano 2019. Today, I'm going to show you how to pan-sear one of my favorite cuts of meat, which is the ribeye steak. People often say the meat is especially rich in protein, vitamins, and minerals, and is an important element in human diet. Hulk et al. 2017. Over the years, with prices going up, people have been beginning to cook more often, and in 2017, a survey was taken of how much meat in the United States consumes on average, and it showed that the United States is ranked among the top nations with the largest amount of beef, pork, and lamb consumption, estimated to be 109 pounds per capita in 2017. Zhang et al. 2019. But coming back to my presentation, I will be showing how to pan-sear a ribeye steak, and I chose this method because there's always the question of which method is the best for preparing steak, but in this pan-seared ribeye steak is perfect and undeniably delicious. Ramsay 2020. So to start with this, you are going to need salt, pepper, oil. I use extra virgin olive oil, but if you use like canola oil or something like that, you should be fine. I have garlic, 2 cloves right here, as well as thyme, and 2 tablespoons of butter with my ribeye. So to start, you are going to need to oil both sides of the steak, and then next, get your salt. And then you really want to season this because about 30% of your seasoning will come off when you start cooking. There's the salt, and then the pepper. Alright, so that is one side, and then we are going to do the next side. After that, you are going to want to turn on your stovetop, which I have already on at around medium heat. So when you put that steak in, that it will be searing automatic or right away. So now I'm going to move over to the stovetop, and if you come over here, you just take a listen real quick. Right when I put this down, it should be, yeah. A beautiful cook on there. And then after that, I will be moving my board over here. And now you're basically going to wait about 30 seconds, and you should have a great sear on the bottom. Actually, at this point, you could slightly crack your garlic just so you can actually get the taste with it as well as the juice with it. So I have my cloves cracked. Now, if I flip this over, it's beautiful. Yeah, that is gorgeous right there. And now what you want to do, add your 2 garlic and also your thyme. And next, you are going to get your butter ready. And for the purpose that I'm using butter is basically to baste my steak, which is a technique that basically means that you're going to moisture your steak. And that just gives an extra flavor, and it just seems to taste a lot better in my opinion. if you look here, your butter seems to be melting away. It's getting this big pile that you're going to be using to baste your steak with. Roughly around this steak should take around 2 minutes each side, so a total of 4 to 5 minutes. And so once your butter melts completely away, you're gonna have a nice cool down there. All right. Yeah, that looks great. Okay. And then what you're gonna do is grab a spoon and then just gently tip your pan. You don't want to spill or anything, so you're gonna gently put your pan to the side and then just begin basting, which is getting all that butter and putting onto your steak. And for this cook, I'm going to be going for a medium rare to medium. That's my preference on what I like for my steak. But you have your choice. If you want more of a medium to well done, just leave it in there for an extra minute. And if you want it rare, then I would say take it out in about 30 to 45 seconds. So you just want to keep basting your steak. Make sure you get everything in there. And the color on your steak should be about dark brown to brown. You don't want to go for black because that's just going to mean that you're overcooking it or you're just going to burn your steak. There we go. That just looks great. And now we're going to baste the other side. So if you come and look closely, all your butter is going to be about browning. And that's just when you know that it's perfect just to baste in your steak. And the point of this is basically so every bite you just get a lot of juice coming out of your steak. It just tastes way better in my opinion. Alright, and that should be done for your steak. And now I'm going to plate this. And make sure you get everything in there because you don't want to leave any flavor out. And that is your pan-seared ribeye.